Welcome to Shadowrun Missions. I'm Bob Loper, your GM, and we have an interesting run for you tonight. We did the negotiation last week, and Chris is going to tell you all about it.
So last time, our plucky group of adventurers actually just went to Denny's, essentially. And Allerton, hearing that there was some free breakfast to be had, brought a couple children with. And on this meeting, we learned from one Sid Gambetti that he had a certain agricultural issue that he'd like us to take care of. There is a farm held by the Ares Corporation that he would like us to fuck up with a big ass thing of poison that we are to pick up in a Swiss cheese like van, a holy van, if you might say, if you would, and we are to take this this goober provided van and 86 it after we're done. The plan seems to be to take this van, get the stuff, and head up to the farmland to blow it up and to plant some evidence, maybe connected to a Mr. Simon, a certain changeling that people have run into last season. I believe that is where we left off. Oh, and there is a bunch of whiteboards shenanigans, and I can't wait to make her erase and readjust her list of in her plan steps going forward. White Claw tried to get kids to blow stuff up, and Allerton's not cool with this. Hey, don't give me that look.
No, I didn't make them blow anybody up. I said the proper way to light fires.
Why are you telling children this?
Because it's safer than them not knowing how to light fires.
I mean, you're not wrong, but it was still wrong to say that, okay? I mean, you're right, but you're wrong.
And that's exactly where we pick up the conversation in van.
All right, so you guys run that by me. All right.
So you guys are at Goobers. So you have Darcy, and you have the slightly used GMC Bulldog. The holy van, if you will.
Yes.
I would like to, if I can, switch out my my plate. I have the rotating plate with the spoof chip.
Okay, so you have the morphing license plate and the spoof chip?
Yeah, that's it. I couldn't come up with the word. So swap out the morphing license plate and spoof chip onto the van that is more wanted by the Star than mine is.
Okay, so you're gonna uninstall it from Darcy and put it on the van.
Mm-hmm. If I can do that. If not, that's fine.
So I believe they are cheap enough. Let me see here.
They're like 200 new yen or something like that.
And I think they're pretty easy to get. You're right here at Goober's place. You could probably, if you're looking to buy, you could buy one.
Oh, I didn't know if he'd have something like that. But if he does, I'd just buy another one then.
Should I add this to the whiteboard?
I mean, if you want to add something just to cross it off, sure.
I mean, does anyone else feel really good about like adding something on and then crossing it off? It makes you feel like you did. I'm just gonna write it small. I'll just write it small.
It provides sense of accomplishment to a right task and then wipe it. Yeah, no, I understand.
I offer you another slice of pie.
Duh.
Sharing is caring. I like what I see. And he kind of like holds his hand out a little bit.
You get no pie.
I give him a slice of pie as soon as White Claw looks away.
They are slightly more expensive than that.
Oh, what's the more expensive?
So the morphing license plate is 1,000 yen.
Oh, okay.
Goober says, "Well, I can make that worth your while a little bit. You can pull the license plate off of that van over there, and it might get you past one not too close inspection for say 50 new yen."
I have some money I could pitch in for a good one.
Yeah, I'm with the things we're going to be getting into. I'm willing to put down the 1,000 new yen
Okay.
for an extra disposal fee. Basically, I'm fine with that.
Can we put it on Sid's tab?
Sadly, Sid's tab is only at the Flapjack Palace.
Well, let's take the van back to the
Oh my
Flapjack
gosh,
Palace.
I forgot about that.
And of
Yeah,
course,
the Sid gravy train is over.
Oh my God. Just
or
terrible.
the syrup train.
yes. And now the church will be happy to help pay for the license plate.
Interesting tape that you're making there.
Just saying. Or if the church won't, I definitely will.
Do you need help installing it? I'm
Righty tighty, lefty loosey. We got this.
yeah. Like I can help if you need help.
I would love your help. That would be great.
Yes.
So, White Claw, what do you think about for the end of the next episode? We do something with the van, and as I'm walking away, we'll just make it, all of the pieces and parts go flying.
I
But
have
you're gonna
planned.
have to make sure that
I have planned for this. So when we set up van, right, we get everything. We get the job done. What they can deal with all that. But whenever we get van, we park it in like I don't know, somewhere where like logo of like Aries or some shit, or we can put it in post. That's a new term I learned from my video classes. But what you can do is you walk towards camera, you turn, and you go bang, and then the thing explodes.
Oh, but he can't look at it. He can't. He can look back, like he can turn back, but he can't
Or
look
like
at it.
this. Do it like, and you can flex. You can flex, just bang, like that. It shows off muscle. It makes explosion.
I lean over to Luna. Hey, don't let them do that, please.
I don't know why you think I have any amount of control over those three at all, but I will do my best.
I think you can be really convincing. We definitely cannot film the fact that we did this stuff at Aries.
They won't know it. I'm not hearing that. Damn it.
Yeah. I'll figure something out.
Incidentally, I'll ask you what you did with the last episode of Neil the Orc Barbarian.
I uploaded it to the AI and told her to do whatever it is that the production
That's
company
right.
does with it.
Right. That's right. You uploaded it. Okay.
Yeah, I gave it to Stephanie. I was like, I don't know what you guys do with this, so do whatever with it. I just film it. Apparently.
Also, I thought KO was the one that was like filming. Like, when did KO get fired from that job?
Oh, I was filming embarrassing videos of
Of me.
Got it.
of Allerton.
Fair. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, White Claw was always special effects, and KO was the camera person. So White Claw's just picking up a little bit of spare percentage on the end here by doing some extra camera work.
Maybe we can
Sounds
get
good.
KO with Kimball.
Double up job, get more money. That's how it works, right?
Yeah, so instead of 1%, you'll get 1.2%.
2.2% seems very low for the amount of quality you're getting out of this.
Well, you'll have to talk to the money man about that. I'm just the star. I don't get involved with all the important details that everybody else handles for me.
Give me your
I'd like to lean over to White Claw.
Our money manager.
There is no money, man.
What?
Don't let him know that you know. But there is no money, man.
Then who pays for his acting?
Why do you think he's
Does he
doing
do
these
this
jobs
for
with
free?
us?
He does this for free? Well, he's foolish.
I pat him on the shoulder and I lean away.
If you do something well, you should never do it for free.
Well, she's talking to White Claw. I'm going to be talking to Billy, and I'm going to go, hear me out. Underwater explosion. It's cool and low key.
But I don't swim.
That's the great part. You don't need to swim. See, what we do is we just green screen it. So we really blow up the van to get rid of it, real explosion. But we like just stick you in front of it with some sort of techno. I don't know how technology works too well, but yeah.
I really hope that Billy brings up the green screen idea, because that's going to be great.
So
Well,
Gertrude is installing the morphing license plate, correct?
Oh yeah, and I run out to help. I'm just like,
Okay.
think about it, Billy. Think about it, and I run out.
So mostly it's just screwing on the license plate, but there's some software interfacing that has to go on. So I'll ask you to make either automotive mechanic or software test or computer test.
Does she get whatever the equivalent of advantage is because I'm helping?
So you can assist her. What that does is you roll your skill first, and she gets as many hits as you rolled as extra dice on her roll.
Oh, cool. Okay, this would be what kind of roll?
So either automotive mechanic or computer.
Oh, okay. That's another die. Don't laugh, Chris. That was helpful. That's about as helpful as Luna thought she could be. I'm actually impressed.
You did it.
So when I make my roll, do I add a modifier or?
Yeah, so you'll add a +1.
+1? All right.
Okay.
I like to think
Didn't
that
embarrass
my
myself.
die was
Yeah, you have no trouble doing
the
that.
crit fail, like the one. That was my die. I slowed her down because I had her explain everything.
Which I absolutely did.
But you have no trouble, the two of you putting on the morphing license plate, getting it working.
Okay, are we ready?
Yeah, so when we get ready to go, we'll just flip this switch here, and what it does is it changes the license plate every so often, so that if somebody's scanning for the plate number, that they won't see the plate number match up with the vehicle because it'll be a different plate number.
Wild. Just wild. Okay, that's really cool. You'd think that would be like illegal or something.
It's highly illegal. Child.
I know, Allerton, it was a joke.
Oh. Okay, and then he just goes back into the van, seeing that it's hooked up.
You've been supervising.
Yes.
Says the guy who says.
Yes. Mhm.
Says the guy who says, "Oh, the church will pay for it."
Yeah. I said, help. I said, help.
Wait, okay. I cross off where I wrote switch the plate, like fix the plates in tiny letters. I just cross it off the list.
So like between steps like 3A and 3B, like
Yeah.
3A in tiny letters, 3A1,
Yeah.
morphing license plate, and then cross.
Yep. We are doing great work. I think the next step is go pick up the poison.
Cusco's
Well-
poison?
The poison for Cusco?
I am not.
If there's a
touching any
llama
levers.
anywhere in here.
Bob, you know what to do. We're counting on you.
Great idea, Derica.
So who's driving the not so great van, and who's going to be riding with Darcy, or in Darcy with Gertrude? I'm assuming Gertrude's driving Darcy.
I have piloting, pilot groundcraft as a skill.
I too have this skill.
You have that skill, but you take the bus? Those are so much more. Bus passes are way more expensive than getting a vehicle. But you can get like 30 bus passes? That doesn't make sense.
There's nowhere to park my car.
Oh, it's about space.
Yeah.
You could buy a lot to park your car in for the amount you spend on bus. We're gonna have to talk about like how you deal with money. And like Luna makes a mental note not to take KO's money advice anymore during negotiations.
No, like it's very good point though, because like if in current bus pass market that we had previously, you could buy an entire car for like 3 of them.
Yes, exactly. Okay. Well, do you want to drive?
Hey, it's not true.
First of all,
Me.
Oh no, you're correct. The bus pass market took a major downturn. I forgot.
How skilled are you in piloting groundcrafts?
I've got a 2.
I also do.
Okay, well,
So my suggestion would be if y'all want to maybe trade off, you can drive Darcy and I'll drive the stolen van in case somebody needs to make some real fancy driving moves to lose law enforcement. Unless
sense.
you would like to do that as well.
how about KO drives Darcy and I'll ride shotgun with Gertie?
I'm driving with the most experienced driver, bar none. I am not wrapping myself around a tree.
You wouldn't wrap yourself around 3. The driver would be the one that wraps you around 3.
Well, yes, I will not be riding in anything being wrapped around a tree.
We'll say
See, now that you
Darcy
said
has
that,
snacks.
there is snacks.
And he doesn't like audibly make that noise, but you can see he really wants to make that noise when you bring that up.
Also, I think KO would miss you if you rode in any other vehicle.
Is that true, KO? You would miss me?
Behind his back, I'm dying laughing.
You'd miss me? I mean, that's fine. I'll ride with you if you need the company.
It's the eyes, Chico. They never lie. She looks at Luna and throws a snack bar at her.
I want to catch it out of the air.
You're gonna catch it?
I want to catch it.
Okay.
Like, can I catch
Can we
snack?
roll off for that? Because I also want to catch it.
So sure. Does either of you have a skill appropriate for?
Is it agility?
It'll be a reaction
Palming.
test.
Palming?
Yes, we'll make a reaction plus palming test. Actually, just make it a palming test. It'll be fine.
Okay. Come on. I will use all of my things for this.
All right, palming.
Which will default to agility.
Okay, default. Let's go. 2 agility.
I feel like Luna doesn't need to win this, but Derica needs to win this. What if it just turns into monkey in the middle? No, we have a job to do. Yes.
Ooh. Ooh. Okay.
Oof.
Can I say you fumbled it and it tipped back and I caught it? Because I'm technically behind you.
Okay. Butterfingers.
He went to catch it and just he grabbed the air and it's already gone.
Yes.
So I have set up on the map here a sort of a tentative, as how I understood it, as people riding in what vehicle. There are people in Darcy and there are people not in Darcy. Does that arrangement seem correct? And if not, go ahead and move yourselves appropriately.
Which one's
I am
Darcy?
riding with.
Allerton is shotgun.
Yeah.
KO says, if you're riding with me, get in the back.
Okay, so
No.
Gertrude, you're the one that's taking the bunk van, right?
Yeah, in case we
Okay.
need to make a getaway.
All right, then I'm going to be riding in that thing, just because if it's going to be getting in, if anything's going to be getting into any spiciness, it's going to be that van. I'm about shooting at some cops. I mean, people who are shooting at us and are dangerous. That's what I meant. For the record and legal purposes, that was a joke.
It's our next recording.
Alrighty.
So
this is why I'm on watch lists.
Amber, you got some bits for your drive rolls. And you know
I
what?
don't know what that means.
Exactly. That's why you
got.
Good.
First of all, rude. Second of all,
How do you
got edge.
Edge.
You got an edge for your drive rolls
Aw.
from Tom.
Thanks. What does a bit do?
Oh, it's just like a way to do. It's like points, but they paid money for them.
Okay, we'll come around to this one.
It's just a gift. You don't need to know about the bits parts. You got gifted an edge from Tom.
There's quite a bit of edge flying
Thanks,
around
Tom.
today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if there's anybody on a Rim Ultra stream that's going to know about the chat gifts, it's going to be Derica.
She gets all of them.
Don't get all of them.
Okay, so we have our split here. We've got Darcy and not Darcy. It is the shot up van, which still looks shot up, but does have a morphing license plate on it.
Look, I don't have time to fix it and chameleon code it and all this stuff. The best I'm going to do is a morphing license plate.
Yeah, the time is ticking. You would probably not even have time to. I mean, you probably could spray paint it.
Get a giant sticker that covers the holes.
Put those like bullet hole stickers over the bullet holes.
Right.
Make it look like a NASCAR car.
NASCAR cars have bullet holes in them? I just
The
knew they made
original
left
iterations
turns.
of them.
No,
No,
'cause
the original iterations did. They were bootleggers.
Yeah.
Like 500 years ago?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
And now I've got to figure out a reason why White Claw knows that. Loved old American media. There we go.
Alcohol.
Yeah,
Any
it's all
history
about-
involving alcohol.
There you go.
Yes. Alcoholic history.
Amazing.
It's Yep.
100%.
It's slightly adjacent to drunk history.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yes.
White Claw hosted Drunk History, the game
Right.
show.
Here for it.
So you're
Here
headed out
for
to the warehouse where you're supposed to pick up the tank. All right.
Yeah.
So you
Don't lose them.
so you find yourselves approaching a what used to be a cargo transit terminal, and I'll go ahead and switch maps for this. I think I have everybody on here. I do not have everybody on here, of course.
If Allerton is passenger seat driving, she just says, "Forgive me, Darcy. Forgive me, Gertie," and she brake checks.
No.
Are you wearing your seatbelt?
Obviously, but why?
Okay.
Rude.
Face meet dashboard.
Ow.
Luna is super not sorry that she did this. She thinks it's hilarious.
Go. There's one. Sorry, I didn't make a GMC Bulldog. So there are two Darcys there. Character.
Don't forget the signal. We don't want to get pulled over.
Slams on brake.
He is ready for it this time.
Double slams on brake.
Fuck.
Hey, there's a lot of medical stuff flying around back here, and I'm starting to get hurt.
Put your seatbelt on, Billy.
I tried to find something. Well, I mean, I'll put my seatbelt on. Okay.
Oh,
Hey,
no.
Billy, did you wish now you would have rode with the other people? Saying you wouldn't be getting hit by medical supplies and getting thrown around.
Should have gotten in the front seat when he could have.
But I thought Stephanie might need the extra space, so I left that seat open for. Yeah, never mind. Okay, putting.
Okay, so you guys are at
on.
the top of the map, and I will reveal some bits here.
Different type of bits, Amber. So you know.
I think.
Thank you.
Did I not even? Ah. I'll just reveal the whole map. Why not? There. Okay, so what you see is you pull up, and you can be that close or you can not be that close, however you want to run this. What you do see is, so there's it's an old cargo transit terminal. These things on the left are where you would back tractor trailers into. So they're bays for the tractor trailers. For cargo trains, not for tractor trailers. These are much larger because these long rectangular things are cargo containers. And you see a number of crates in here, and you see a number of people sort of milling about, huddled around these barrel fires for warmth and sort of trading food So the center of the warehouse has sort of been cleared, and you have this area that has a little bit of a barricade in the center. And you see a bunch of people milling about, and some of them take notice of your presence as you approach. Sort of look over.
One of the things I learned from watching a PowerPoint presentation was they're eating food, which means that they're not infected. I feel safe and confident that we can go in there without being bit or bitten or English. I learned things.
I'm glad you're paying attention, Billy.
So, if food, no vampire, is that what you're saying?
That is correct.
Oh, okay.
Forgot we could talk on comms in this game, and I'm like, how are we? I was like, how are we talking to each other right now? I'm so used to D&D. Okay, I got it. We're good.
Yeah, so at the moment, I think what you have is essentially a conference call over comm links.
Yep.
Because not everybody has things like a micro transceiver, or you probably don't have a real network set up.
So did we get a description of the container we're looking for?
Yeah, so you got a description of the tank. It is about 1 meter long. So it's a cylindrical tank. It's about 1 meter long, a little over 1/2 meter wide, and 70 centimeters high. So 38 by 23 by 27 inches for those of you using imperial units. It's probably going to be a couple 100 kilograms. And Sid said that he had a logo on it, and he gave you a picture of the logo and the number. Well, there's a picture of the logo, and he gave you the number. The logo is a Shiawase logo.
Perfect.
Wouldn't be Shadowrun if it weren't steeped in Megacorp on Megacorp action, right?
We got like multiple levels of framing happening right now. No, Billy, no. Different type of framing, but
Speaking of, who's going to get a frame of me wading into battle with the unwashed masses that are defending the goal from the valiant warrior?
Billy, it actually might be super helpful if you just like carry the jet.
Like maybe we could get you a go amateur or something along those lines. Strap it to your helm. We got first person, just like the axe swings and left hooks from your perspective.
Or the character growth montage where he does good things for the community by lifting and toting heavy things.
Even better.
Good thing.
I guess
like
technically action series do need really boring parts. Makes the action seem more interesting.
You mean
It's a good idea.
The humanizing parts?
Humanis? What are you talking about?
No, not humanis. Definitely not. But yes, like connects them with the people, because not everybody is a raging barbarian.
But that's his entire shtick.
Yeah, but even
So, I mean,
barbarians have to do things like go to the grocery store.
Mm-hmm. See, like barbarians are people too.
Okay, guys, let's get in here and get this container.
Barbarians are people too. Interesting.
Oh, there he
So-
goes.
My
the van.
people, I'm here to help you.
Okay.
Oh,
So
well, I guess we're
KO
going in
starts
now.
recording. KO starts recording.
I was about to say, like, I guess the eyes are recording now because
Okay.
I guess we have to do humanizing things for some reason.
Alrighty.
Whew.
and I'll start looking for the Shiawase logo.
Okay, so as you enter, you do see a couple of people who, a couple of beings who look different. The one that you notice immediately
Oh, just so it's stated beforehand. I have my weapon with me, my XM weapon in a light machine gun configuration.
Okay.
There's a lot of people here, and if they decide they want to get frosty, then we probably need more DACA downrange.
So here in the middle, you do see a materialized spirit of fire.
Yeah.
Don't like
About
that.
that action. Yeah. I'm getting back in the van. I'm in the van.
You also
And-
see a troll female.
We need Aladdin to not talk to her.
what did I just say? I'm in the van.
Armed with a
Yeah,
shotgun.
Alardin, you watch the van for us.
I'm in the van. I begin praying for aid.
Good
Alardin says,
thinking.
I was sitting on the bench.
Oh, he's cute.
So you see Targu, who is a dwarf male, and so he is.
That looks like Winston with a mohawk. doesn't
Oh
it?
my gosh.
And then down here you see.
His name backwards is Ugrat.
Why are you like this?
Am I wrong?
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to Amber.
Oh, okay.
You see someone, a human female, standing next to the troll. So those are the four beings who stand out from the crowd.
Cool. Right.
Aladdin begins praying for his spirit.
Okay.
Aladdin, good idea. Collect that food that's in Darcy so that we
Do
can give it
not.
to these hungry people.
What force would you like to pray for?
Do not.
Do not.
Do not.
Be not afraid. They will help us. All right.
No. We are afraid.
4-6. All right.
4-6.
I think that at this point, I think White Claw is going to start developing a hearty distrust for magic and spirits.
Nice.
Like, so far, there's been nothing but horror coming out of the spirit realm for White Claw. So
should I go up and talk to them? I feel like
Yes.
okay.
Before
So go roll
before
your,
he
roll your
finishes.
conjuring test.
I will.
So I need a conjuring test from Aladdin.
Oh yeah, I figured you were
okay.
talking to him because I literally can't conjure anything.
Conjurer.
I wouldn't even know where to start.
Okay. So your prayers go unanswered, and you need to soak 4 drain.
Well, there's
So so you soak all the drain. That's good. Incidentally, in case you haven't cleared your injuries, you should have a clear injury track by now because you haven't been in a
I
fight
do
in a
not.
month.
This is true. I should have a clear fire track. All right, there we go.
I'm just saying because
Makes sense. Good looking out.
yeah.
okay, so you pray in the back of Darcy, and your prayers go unanswered. I see Darcy is still there, and we've got now the rest of the group sort of wandering in with Billy with open arms, trying to embrace the unwashed masses. He said,
I put a hand on Billy's. How tall is Billy?
Just like 5'8", 5'9".
Oh, cool. I put a hand on Billy's shoulder and I go, hey, maybe I try first.
Yeah,
Like
that makes
like you never have the the headliner go on first, right? You always send someone else and then the best for last. So professionally speaking.
So you're going to be kind of be like the bard announcing the great barbarian.
Yeah, like the pre-show, if you will. If that's okay with you. Okay, cool.
so you hear the familiar racking of a shotgun, and the troll yells out, "What do y'all want?"
Uh, sorry, that wasn't Luna. That was me. Hey, we are just here to pick up something, and then we will be on our way. Don't mean to bother you. Sure, you're busy. As I look around, do I spot?
What does this look like to you? A market?
No. It looks like some sort of gathering in which you are the competent leader.
What is it you're looking for?
Almost said the poison for Cusco. I'm looking for, and I start describing a bottle. I mean the container that the poison is in.
Okay, so you describe the container that Sid described to you.
Yeah.
Anything in here by that description?
What now?
But even if I had, it's ours.
Gotcha. Well, if you had seen it, I'd be willing to give you. Man, I only have like 200, so like I'll give you 150 Nguyen for it.
So a couple of a few of the people in this front group sort of perk their ears up. And the dwarf sort of steps forward. How's 150 Nguyen gonna feed this group?
Oh, you guys need food?
Perfect van.
I think we may have something for you if you don't mind. I like got my hands up and I'm just like we could get you food.
What do you have in mind?
I mean, it's not much, but we've got a ton of provisions that we could give you.
A ton, you said.
I don't know.
The troll speaks up again. A ton, you say?
Not literal.
Not literally.
Don't get
Like
excited.
in the figurative way, we have quite a bit. Also, I don't know what the fire spirit eats, but they're willing to have some as well if they want it. We really just need this one little thing, and if you guys just need food, like we are, I'm willing to give you. We're willing to spare some food, and you know what? I'll get the full 200 new yen.
Make a negotiation test.
Whenever she says I don't know what the fire spirit eats, I'm just gonna lean back to Billy and just be like, probably wood and other flammable and combustible materials.
Can I use my one of my smackdowns?
You could certainly use a smackdown if you want to use a smackdown for this.
Yeah, what does that mean? Hold on, I wrote it down.
That means
four hit auto succeeds?
Yeah, so you don't even bother rolling.
And I auto succeed with 4 hits. Okay, wait, let me look at my negotiation skill and see if there's possible for me to do better than that. I feel like that's pretty good, but I'm just gonna look just in case. Negotiation. Okay,
Is it 4 hits or 4 net hits?
4 net hits. So 4 above what you need.
4 auto succeeds.
Yes.
Yeah, is it
4 net hits? Yes.
Oh, then yeah, I'm doing that.
I was about to say, whenever you had said 4 hits, I was like, I mean, that doesn't seem.
I know, that's why I was like,
cost.
I think I can roll higher than that just myself.
So SmackDown is pretty costly.
Is it?
It is, and it's good on purpose because it's costly.
Yeah.
When you say costly.
So if this were not on stream, if we were at a normal table,
gotcha.
You burn a point of edge to do SmackDown.
That means you don't get it back.
Oh, and then I'm forever at like 1 less.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a perma burn.
Noted.
It's real good.
But someone in chat has gifted you one of those, or 2 of those, I heard.
Yeah, I have 2. And this feels like a decent time to use one of them. Okay. I don't know.
So yeah, we'll go ahead and mark that off. And sure.
Cool. Because I think I did a good job talking this up, and I'd be very sad if we failed this.
All right.
Also, I definitely saw Billy in the back going like this.
All right. So then see the fire spirit sort of go back here.
I'm glad that everybody was concentrating on Billy, just being like, oh yeah, I'm going to beat somebody up. While the whole time, White Claw's just got the pepper punch grenade in his hand. Just like, let's do this. Let's do this.
All right. And the troll says, all right. Yeah, bring it in.
Yeah. Cool.
Bring forth the food.
And I'm so praying for a spirit.
Yeah, and I'm like,
and she sort of motions to like these back 2 groups of people, and says,
okay.
Go look for the tank.
Oh my gosh.
They sort of spread out.
Is the tank that big? Oh no, they're all just looking for it. I literally thought you were sending them all to carry it, and I was like, that doesn't seem possible. I say, well, the true hero of our group is Billy. So Billy, could you go and check with the priest and see if there's food? Where help him unload the food from the van and let him know that we are like unloading it here.
Not a problem.
Thank you.
Hey.
So at this point, Aladin, are you actually praying one more time with feeling?
With feeling.
Go ahead and roll it.
Alrighty.
Hey, I'm now picturing this terrifying spirit appearing in the van, and then Billy opening the door of the van to the spirit, and just so good.
Does anyone react to our to me moving forward in any negative way?
Why would you move? What? Are you gonna do bad things?
No, I'm just walking in. That's why I'm asking if they.
Oh
if they react
no, that's
negatively.
fine.
they're pretty cautious, and in fact, this group sort of backs away a bit, and you see all eyes are on the big gun you're carrying. Excuse me.
Oh, I'll let it loose, let it hang from its strap to where I'm not actually like holding it up. It's not a threat if my hand's not on the trigger. Yet.
Seems legit.
Okay, so yes, you have an Angel of Air, 4/6 with 2 services.
With service number 1, just like protect those in the party, and make sure to like that the spirit understands that it's the van posse, the van caravan. Please protect it. And
the caravan posse,
the convoy.
The convoy, and I'm gonna go ahead and have it put up the movement power and hold it on us.
Okay.
Quick question.
Mm-hmm.
If he included Stephanie, would it protect Stephanie from like cyber attacks?
No.
Okay, it doesn't work that way.
Okay, like I'm a taser.
That would be really cool. Right, I was just checking because that would be awesome. And then you need to make sure you include her always.
Yeah, Magic and the Matrix tend to interact only in very limited ways.
Okay, but can he include Darcy?
So Darcy could be one of the targets of. Well, Darcy's already a target of the movement's power, right? No.
Yes. I can't. Can I? Because I would totally love to make her.
No, sadly, I think the 2 vehicles are too big for the spirit to affect.
Okay.
I just didn't know what counted as compatriots. Because we've personified a lot of things so far.
Good.
Humans and your ability to pack bond with inanimate objects.
All right, so Billy, you go back and open the back door of Darcy, and or I guess the back door of Darcy, because you're looking for foodstuffs. And there's Allerton talking with another one of those angels.
Oh, he's not manifest. He can be unmanifested. So
but it does have to materialize in order to use the movement power.
Well, then never mind. You see him in all his many-eyed glory.
I hate it.
Close the doors back. Walk around to the side. Be just a minute. We're trying to collect ourselves, all of us, and all the eyes.
Oh no!
What are we trying? What are we trying to collect, Billy?
So Gertrude sees this as well because she's still back there.
We're trying to hand out food to the people for goodwill. That's your department, right?
I mean, yes, it is. But what's up with the spirit out here? It's not burning anybody, is it?
Oh, just chillaxing, as much as a fire spirit can chill.
Okay, but
because it's made of fire.
Oh, it's a joke. Spirits are not a joke. Okay, they're serious business.
All right, so let's go ahead and just unload all the food that's in Darcy, and because we have a time limit on what we're doing.
Okay.
So are you including the snack supply in that food?
That was my assumption. I didn't know what other food we had right this moment on us, so I was assuming we were just turning over all the snacks.
Yeah, you have only a few of those the boxes of survival kits left because you went around town handing those out.
Correct.
Over a month ago.
I'm sure they keep.
Yes, they do.
Yeah. If not, then we fucked up.
It's not good food, but it keeps a while.
It's not good food. It provides nutrients, though, and that's the important part.
Yeah, if you're in the position to need a survival kit, you need the nutrients.
The fire spirit is a free spirit, right?
Free spirits. Well, I mean, it could be.
Can I roll magical theory or something to see if it is one?
You would have to sense it to do that.
Can't do that.
Oh.
Well,
As soon as I get out of the van,
But,
that's happening.
but you do recall. I mean, there are fire spirits that could be summoned and bound.
Okay.
There's a free spirit version of any spirit you want to have.
Is that where it does whatever it can do whatever it wants versus giving it requests?
Yeah, you know, it doesn't have to be summoned to come into this world. It does what it wants to do.
Cool.
And usually has a few powers that are in excess of the base type of spirit. But yeah, go ahead and make a magical theory test.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll give you this with 3 hits. It's a relatively small spirit.
Oh, okay. He looked big in the picture.
Yeah. It is I mean, it's roughly person-sized. And it seems to be sort of roaming around like it's under orders from somebody.
Oh, okay. Cool.
And so you get the sense that this particular spirit is not a free spirit.
Gotcha. Well then.
So if it's not burning anybody, what's it doing?
So it is pretty cold in here. I mean, as Chicago is wont to get, it's pretty cold. And you did see. I'm pointing to the screen, like you can see the screen.
Yeah, I think I come over the comms and I say, well, there's fire pits and tents and stuff. I think they might be staying here. And
Yeah.
Yes. So these are tents.
They probably live here, and it's probably protecting them and keeping them warm.
Mm-hmm.
I think if we just don't get super aggressive, we'll be fine. So we got a 50-50 shot, I think.
I would like to go and assist with looking for this container.
Okay.
I want to just chat up the people, but I know how easily that can go south, and I don't.
Well, White Claw doesn't know how easily it's going south. That's why he's been walking around this entire time.
That's fair.
I mean, he's getting close to entering that circle.
So go ahead.
Done it yet.
Go ahead, KO, and make a perception test.
Snap. Okay.
I'm not gonna lie. Whenever I said that I was almost about to enter the circle, and you said go ahead, I got real worried. Thinking about entering the circle. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead and do that. Oh, I don't
It's
want
fine.
to now.
Three hits.
So some of these cargo containers are open, and you think you see, as you're sort of roaming around here, this one here is open, and you can sort of see in, and it looks like there's this large tank in there with some I mean, it's like one of those plastic farm tanks that you can see kind of where the liquid level is.
Mm-hmm.
And so you can see basically through the crack between the doors.
Okay. Do I see a Shiawase sticker or anything?
Yeah. So as you sort of open it up, you do see. The tank of herbicide. The Shiwase logo is present in game. and the number matches the number you were given.
Solid.
Found it, guys.
Great job.
How are we doing with our end of the trade?
Billy?
And with you calling to Billy, we'll as we go to our midterm break, we'll come back in 10 minutes and see what's going on with Billy.
Oh, now I'm nervous. I don't like that you breaks right there. I know nothing is going on, but I don't like that you breaks there.
There was a nice bit of silence there, so we'll come back in 10 and see where the silence ends. And welcome back. When last we left our intrepid runners, somebody was just about to check on Billy, and then there was silence.
Forgot about that. Dang it. Billy?
Huh, yeah.
How we doing on the food?
I'm just trying to sort these snacks, and I don't know if we're going to have enough. We might need to send somebody out to get extra.
All right. How about I get a quick drone dash order, and then we're good to go.
Yeah, the high density nutrient bars, I think those would work out best.
Okay. Can I just realized that someone else should probably do it, but I'll send you the money. Can you get Stephanie to do it?
Easy peasy. Just have to go back to the van and talk to her.
Yeah, cool. Okay. Maybe. Yeah, I think that'll be fine. I don't know. There's like, you have 50 people in here. I don't know. I can't count that quick.
I don't have enough fingers. I'd have to take my boots off.
Yep, just assume it's 50. Also, I'm sorry. Do your toes get? You know what? That's a question for next time. Okay. And I wait. Are you drone dashing for nutrient bars? Is that what you're saying?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And
cool.
and a table, maybe 2 tables, because this is a lot of people.
Cool. That should take like 2 seconds, right? Is it like freaky fast? Okay.
So while they're sorting that out, I'm going to start bringing whatever snacks and stuff we have in the van to actually show these people that we actually do have the food that we said we had.
Okay.
I would like to sneak around and see what's in any of these other cargo containers.
Okay.
Sneaking skill. I'll just roll that.
Yep.
Yes.
So good.
All right. Yeah, so most of what you see, so as you sort of sneak around, person goes to the next container. Quite a few of these, especially as you get down into this area, look like they're still sealed. Like they're still like closed. Mm-hmm. You don't see locks on them, but they're closed. The ones you do see into, many of them are empty. Some of them do have miscellaneous mechanical parts, crates that have been busted open. You get the sense that pretty much anything useful in here has been collected already.
Oh, well, I open a sealed one and peep inside.
Okay. So with the sneaking of 5, you managed to find one that does not creak when you open it. Yes, you open this container, and there's a, let's see, in this one there will be Go ahead and make an edge test for me.
Oh,
What does that mean?
So you're going to roll your edge stat.
Ah,
the luck stat.
Yep, it is the
it
luck
says
stat.
input value.
Do you have no edge?
Edge. Submit.
Okay. Your edge is what now? Let me see.
2.
2. Okay. So we'll take those first 2 dice, and that's still 1 success. So in here, this one still has the sort of like a factory seal. It says, because it's facing, you're over here, and it's this side here that's facing the wall, and you see the sticker on it is the Ford sticker.
Ford, like the car?
Yeah, and as you open the container, you see 2 Ford Americars, one parked in front of the other.
Come back to me. Come back to me.
Ford Americar is a classic. Can't ever go wrong with the Ford Americar.
I would like to make a note of this discovery.
Okay.
And I close the doors.
Sure.
Hey, KO, did I hear you say that you found what we were looking for?
Uh-huh. Yep, it's in the first row closest to us. Closest to the vehicles.
Okay, I'm gonna look at the troll. Do you mind if I just bring it out here a little bit? I'm not gonna take it back to our van. I just want to like make sure that it's not gonna leak or anything because I don't want it to get on anybody. That would be bad.
It looks you up and down. Go and make a negotiation test.
Oh
Or
yeah, I'm great at that.
some other kind of some sort of a social test.
Is there a help action I can give?
Alas, no.
Okay.
In order to do that, you would have to pipe into this conversation.
Right. That's what I meant. Could I?
Oh, okay. Yeah, you could certainly pipe in.
Yeah, I'd be like, yeah, it would probably be best if we don't leak anything out, especially as we're bringing food in.
All right. Yeah, so you may assist him.
Sweet.
So you're going to make a roll. So I guess I'm going to ask. Actually, I'm going to take a look at your character sheet, Bill.
I do have performance, and I was watching a criminal procedural thing where they were talking about collecting evidence, and he said something about collecting the evidence and making sure that it maintained the integral nature of the containment unit. I'm gonna just try and quote that police procedural.
So because you have 1 rank in the skill, you can accept 1 die of the help.
Really?
Yeah.
Terrible.
Hey, 1 die is 1 die.
Yeah, also, you're gonna talk it like you're a cop? Because that feels good.
Hey,
That's
I'm gonna stop. I'm muting myself. I'm so sorry, Chris. Don't hate me.
these guys don't have Trid to watch. They don't know. And on the upside, I'm not coming down from kamikaze. Otherwise, this would totally not work. Roll20 is not my friend.
Well, don't worry because
Okay,
I
I can just give you my 4. And that could be what you rolled, probably. Right, Bob?
I'm gonna go ahead and re-roll that with edge.
Okay. Okay. One success is good enough.
Yay!
In part because so they do see Gertrude coming in with some snacks,
Clutch.
and so the troll says, "Yeah, that'll be fine."
Cool.
Hey, KO, can you grab the other end of this? I just need somebody to help stabilize it. You know, I can carry it on my own, but you know, it'd help if we both lift with the knees. I saw that on a PowerPoint once.
Here's a lift and carry test.
Here's a lift and carry test. Okay, I think. Yeah, so you're able to, the two of you together are able to pick it up and sort of do the furniture movers thing as you sort of back it out.
Hey, White Claw, you want to check on this thing and make sure that we aren't leaking on any food or food-like products? And I don't want to spill it once we get it into the what I mean.
The White Claw.
Sorry, I was dealing with something outside of the game. What happened now?
So
Well,
Billy's asked
Yeah.
you to check the tank for leaks.
Oh, okay. Has anybody said anything about the fact though that I was just basically walking through their entire camp, and am now like in their inner circle almost? And
Go
ahead.
Yeah. So the fire spirit, as you enter the inner circle, as it were, the fire spirit does sort of approach you.
Some hot stuff.
and it's sort of making moves like it does not want you to go any further.
I've been legitimately waiting for that spirit to come at me so I could say that. Now I'm going to go see if there's any leaks in this thing.
How do we take gifts away from White Claw?
Did anybody laugh at the joke at all? I know I didn't say it in the accent, but I'm wondering if anybody in game actually laughed at that joke that White Claw's some hot stuff. What do you need? Oh, all right,
The troll laughs.
good.
But like
Making
4
friends.
people actively booed.
That's fine. They're probably 4 mooks. I don't care about them. The leader laughed, and that's who we have to get impressed. So, are there any leaks in this container?
So go make a perception test.
It's my character sheet. There it is. I forgot I bought perception since getting XP. 2.
Ooh, all right. It appears remarkably to be pretty well sealed.
Remarkably.
Looks good to me.
I mean, it's pretty old. The
Gotcha.
packing date is before the CZ walls went up.
Does this
Don't
make it
jostle it
more
around.
or less?
So it's 2055. It's like 20 years old.
Will this be more or less potent the longer it sits there?
I mean, if it's one thing, it's less our problem if it's potent.
That's
Because
fair.
we just have to get it there. We don't have to make sure it works.
You are fairly certain though that so like once the valve is opened, it's not going to seal right again.
Okay. I'll look it over and I'll just go. So don't jostle it around too much. Liquid inside plastic will generally eat away at the sealant capabilities of it. I think it should be okay. With it being an herbicide or some kind of acide, I'm sure it has some sort of acidic qualities that will deteriorate this. Don't open the valve unless you're ready to pour everything out, because it won't seal back up. The rubber gasket inside the ball valve is well, let's just say once we crack that seal, it's gone.
Wow.
And the air is flammable, not the liquid. He says.
This is a problem for the not Darcy van. So
that is also very true. Does it have any kind of like chemical numbers on it or anything?
Yeah, it's got chemical markings on it.
Okay, so does it show like any kind of like corrosive or flammability numbers? Because old White Claw's trying to figure out if he can make this part of the explosive. I mean, checking for leaks.
No.
Okay.
So actually, go and make a chemistry test.
I was gonna ask her. It's like, does it have the name of the chemical on it? Because I could just Google that. You said chemistry?
Yes.
Shit.
I could have sworn you had chemistry.
I might. Is that part of the biotech group?
It's a yeah, it would be part of it's probably part of the biotech group. There may be a knowledge skill you have too.
Only knowledge skill that I've got is explosive
Fire.
theory.
Yeah.
Make a biotech skill group test.
Okay. It's like I've got the skill group. I don't have the individual skill, but 2.
Okay. Yeah, so I don't know the chemistry of it. And of course the mission doesn't have it written up. It doesn't have the chemical symbols on it.
Yeah.
But it is pretty well marked. Though the labels are faded a bit, it is Agent Orange.
Oh! Sorry. Do we have to give all of this away? This is extremely effective.
Yeah.
That's why it was banned by Geneva. I mean, that's why it's not legal in a lot of states.
All of them.
I'm not going to inform all of us that we would be international terrorists, okay? Technically, I'm pretty sure White Claw already is.
So at that point, since Billy's not outside anymore,
Right.
Gertrude, you see a rotodrone approaching with a cargo container at the bottom, and it's emblazoned across the side. Drone dash.
I love it.
Good. So I'll set down the last load of snacks that I was just carrying out, and go towards where it looks like the drone is going to be landing.
And it looks like it's going to be landing. It'll be just off the map to the north of you.
Is it like regular DoorDash and delivers it to your neighbors instead?
Facts. Big facts.
True story.
Don't tempt me. It's in the CZ.
There's no real addresses here.
You get the sense, Gertrude. I mean, you have never seen a drone dash delivery in the zone. This must be some stuff like in advance of Project Take Back.
I'll definitely be checking for any kind of markings, the corporate markings of the nutrient bars. Church-approved nutrient bars kind of thing.
Oh, yeah. Oh, of course, these are totally. Actually, are they?
So they're just prepackaged stuffer brand nutrient bars.
All right, can I roll a dice to see if they were like
Stuff your stomach for weeks.
if they're church approved, if they're like holy bars or anything like that?
They do not have any official church markings on them.
Okay.
0.5 grams of holiness in every bar.
You do notice, however, as you turn it over and you're reading the fine print, Stuffer is a wholly owned subsidiary of As Technology.
Oh, okay. And is there a dice I could roll to see if that is a good corporation, or are all corporations just bad?
I'll give you this without a die. Actually, yeah, I'll give you this without a die roll. As Technology is known in the lore as the bad guys.
I think everyone you've ever mentioned has been considered the bad guys in the lore. I'm seeing a pattern.
Welcome to Shadowrun.
Okay.
For good guys, it's the six of you.
Cool, just us.
The money goes to the wrong place, but these people are hungry. Let's go ahead and give it to them.
Well, yeah, I wasn't gonna not. We've paid for it.
Oh, well then I'll shut up then.
You can't do that.
He goes back into the van.
You can't show somebody that Drone Dash has come with a promised box of NutriBars and then say, never mind. That's you have a weird church.
No, wait, what?
Yeah,
Allergies over here now.
It sounds like a church of take-backsies to me.
Have you
Isn't that the church historically?
Angels?
I mean, I did get sent here for, Project Take Back, right?
Yeah.
Dang.
Seems like a really literal interpretation of the mission right this minute.
I'm just saying, we've come full circle.
And that's the show, folks. Thanks for tuning in.
So, yeah, but he's kind of like, yeah, and then he just starts grabbing stuff. It just doesn't acknowledge it. Just keeps going.
And I say loudly, thank you so much, Billy, for getting the rest of this food. Our hero.
That's right. I have saved the day, and we're going to remove this really toxic, bad box of chemicals to save you even further. And
No, but really, it is an extremely toxic thing. It's very dangerous to people. Like, even just a little bit of exposure can cause a multitude of cancers.
what?
Yeah, that's why we're removing it. That's why we're taking it away. And then I'm going to lean into Billy and making all of this up to make the deal sweeter.
Oh, shit.
I need to do some kind of deception.
That's called con.
I'm 100% lying to Billy.
Yes, con.
Sweet. I don't have con. Oh, no, I have the influence group. Isn't that part of con in the influence group? Maybe
It is in the influence group.
Thank God.
Apparently, that would be the father's
Of course we match. Wait, I got a thing, didn't I? At some point in time. Pretty sure.
Yeah, you
get
got
that thing they sent you?
Can I use an edge to re-roll my failures?
Sure.
Cool. Because the last thing I want is this big giant asshole batting me.
Roll 4 dice.
I don't remember how to type in how to roll.
Slash roll.
Slash roll. Okay. Just wanted to be sure.
Case 46 greater than 5.
It's about to say, now that I've got the buttons, I forget how to do everything else. That's 2. Works for me.
All right. 2 versus 1. That's all you need.
Yep.
Yeah, you guys are the heroes of this, Billy.
Damn
That's
right we are.
Okay, Billy. To the van you go.
KO, you gonna help out with this?
Does KO need to judge intentions?
Oh. I didn't even think about that.
No, KO fully believes that they just need to get food to these people and take this thing away and get going.
Cool.
All right.
KO's like, I don't care if it is
anything
dangerous.
to
We need to
push
get
it
out.
forward. Yeah, anything to push it forward. She'll help out with passing out snacks after they put this thing in the van.
Okay.
How much was the food?
500 new yen.
All right.
While KO's passing out food to these people, she just wants to ask them randomly, like, "Oh, what do you guys do with all these different shipping containers?"
Randomly.
Looking for a friend.
Well, I mean,
I feel
all
like-
the ones stuff out of we pulled stuff out and sold. There were a few that had food in them. We ate that.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. What anything else? I don't know. You guys want to get rid of some stuff?
I'm going to send a text message
You looking to buy?
and say, what is happening right now?
well, I'm pretty broke. I don't know, but it depends. What do you have?
I mean, I got some real good mechanical parts over here.
You got any bike helmets for motorcycles or something?
Yeah, I think I saw a box of those.
Something that covers your face?
And then in the group
message
chat,
KO.
does anyone know what's
Yeah.
happening right now?
I'm like, KO, this is not on the whiteboard.
So let's see where you. So you're up here. You're over.
Are
here
we
at this
playing Let's
point.
Make a Deal? What is happening?
And he leads you down to this crate here. And these guys are gone by now. Says, yeah, this is my stash here. And opens the container, and you do see. I mean, the box has seen better days. You get the sense that everything in here is pre-containment zone. But you do see like a big, sort of a medium-sized crate, and you see some motorcycle helmets sticking up.
Okay. Any of these will fit a troll?
Make an edge test.
Oh, dang it. Okay.
Yeah, so you do see, so they're like packaged they're packaged in like cubes of 2x2x2, and then next to it is one troll helmet. And it actually is sort of a clamshell troll helmet, because it's got to sort of go on and like there are gaps where where typically whatever typical is for where the troll horns are. It's somebody in the design department guessed where troll horns would be, and that's where there are holes in the helmet.
Excellent. Well, we're pretty broke. We spent a lot of our money trying to feed y'all. You think you can give me a pretty good deal on 6 of these?
Yeah, give me 15.
Yeah, I got 45 on me right now.
Done.
All right.
In the group chat, why are we buying helmets? Does anyone know?
We're gonna have to cover our faces.
Smart. That's what ballistic mask is for.
I hand him a cred stick
Yeah.
with 45.
All right.
What are the
It
stats on these
vanishes pretty
helmets?
quickly. I'm sorry?
What are these stats on these helmets?
Oh, typical helmet is... I forget if it's +1 or +2 offhand. Typical helmet is...
Ballistic mask is 2, right?
Typical helmet is... these are going to be +2.
Okay.
+2 to what?
I assume
+2
this
to
is good.
armor.
Cool.
And in case it matters, these will qualify as throwbacks, which means by default they won't accept any modern upgrades.
So you can't put like a heads-up display or fucking thermal vision craziness in it or
Yeah.
anything like that. Okay.
Cool. So like, yeah, what's your name?
Mike.
Mike? Okay, Mike. Well, can we trade contact information? Maybe I'll hit you up again.
Yeah, and sort of dusts off like the lowest level comm link you've ever seen. It's all grimy and stuff, and it's like, yeah, there's my number.
Okay, cool. This is me transferring information.
Awesome.
All right. Well, keep it easy, Mike. I'll see you later. And player to GM. Was that a good deal?
Please tell me no. It just makes me-
Yeah, I want it to be
Tell
no
me
so
yes.
bad.
Please tell me yes.
It depends a lot on what you want. The typical sort of modern helmet is of the order of 100 new yen each. So if all you want is something to cover your faces, you got what you paid for.
All right. Well, I got 6 of them for 45.
And I'm assuming at this point one of those 6 is the troll helmet.
Yes. Yes. Let's see.
Cool.
All right. This seems pretty good. I mean,
I just got to say, out of all of our character
I
portraits,
spent-
Sure, if that helmet actually fits is what I keep hearing you say.
I spent 7.5 new yen on each helmet. That's, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, well, I spent 500 yuan on drone dash, so
Maybe you should have negotiated with Drone Dash.
I just like
Got
to
some
say,
coupons. First time
wait, you
user
can
deal?
do that?
Yeah, you can sign up
Wait,
for
did
coupons.
Stephanie use any coupons?
That was with
didn't.
the coupons.
Oh, okay. I feel fine about that. It's fine. It's fine. So, are we? I look at the leader lady.
Oh yeah, it's all square.
Like we're good.
Yeah.
All right. Have a great night. We're gonna head out, and I head back to the van, and I jump into Darcy real quick to write get helmets, and then mark it up.
Beautiful.
Cool. I guess let's ride.
Because nothing says a good Shadowrun like basically creating your own trail of evidence.
Yeah.
If we get arrested, the cops are going to love us.
So you put
Okay, we just erased the board. It's fine.
So you put the tank of Agent Orange in the back of the holy van.
I'm super uncomfortable about this. Why did we have to name it?
Anyone want to switch up vehicles or anything like that? Just like, change out riders.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and do this.
Rude.
We'll move you back to there. And let's do... I wonder if I can do this. No, I don't want to do... Ooh, I really don't want to do that. I almost dragged this picture onto the screen, and I saw the dimensions, 2,000 by 2,000. I'm afraid of how big that picture is going to be.
Oh, I love it. I'm gonna do it. Oh, I can't. Dang.
Yeah, I can't drag from like the from the journal entry. It's all right. I didn't make a I didn't make a token for it. I didn't think I needed one. Maybe that was an error, and I'll need to make one for next time.
Yeah, we'll make one for next time. That'll be real
Because
cute.
as I think about it, we're gonna have to figure out where the tank is during whatever shenanigans happen next.
Oh no! So White Claw doesn't accidentally blow it up? Yeah, that makes sense.
So we have our setup here of who's driving which vehicle.
I'm so glad we got out of that without killing people. I was so scared.
Or being killed.
We're being killed. Also, yep. Also,
But SmackDown helped a lot.
yeah. Thanks, chat.
They were
All
going
right.
to catch me lacking. That's all I was saying.
So who's brave enough to ride with me now?
I'm in it to win it.
I was about to say I'm still
Yeah.
in shotgun. Like I'm here.
See, I'm with you in spirit.
Also, did not judge intentions on what White Claw said because I didn't want to know the truth. So I'm good.
The truth is only scary.
Yeah.
You know it.
Yep.
The truth is out there.
I will help. I can help on the drive test again.
Okay.
What? Why are you?
So as you do that, so the first thing I want is to let each of the drivers know. A text comes through from Becky99 that says, FYI, Lone Star checkpoints have been beefed up.
Don't like that.
Okay.
Oh, don't worry. We're in the good van.
It also does have a spoof chip and the morphing license plate on it.
See, Aladdin does not know this at all.
I love the thought of Aladdin calling Darcy the good van.
This is
There's the holy van and the good van.
Just saying. You have nothing to worry about, KO. We'll get through this just fine.
Hey Stephanie,
Yes.
can you map out a route that avoids all Lone Star security checkpoints, please? Is this a thing you can do?
That's difficult, seeing as we're in the zone and you want to leave the zone. Normally, yeah, they're more concerned about what's leaving the zone, so they're going to be concerned about us. However, and she flashes directions up on the map. It's a fairly circuitous route, and it goes off road in a couple of places to avoid a checkpoint.
Aladdin,
Perfect.
that would be a good time to
No, please ask how off road we're going. How off road are we going, Stephanie?
So first of all, it's off road, and second of all, that's GM speak for there will be a more difficult driving test involved.
I clocked that.
Yeah.
I ping that over to Gertie.
Should
You think you can do
I go help KO?
Are we gonna do like a fire drill and people switch
I don't
cars?
know how I can help, but like,
Yeah,
I feel like
there's not going to be any helping with driving tests.
oh no, but I just did it. I thought.
Backseat
Yeah.
driving is not helping.
She can't reach over and grab the wheel.
See, I tried to do that and ended up with my face in the dashboard.
Luna, take the wheel.
Yeah.
If Allerton reaches for this wheel, let me tell you.
Alan says, like, why are we cross? I just want to help.
So my only concern with off-roading is the chemicals in my backseat.
I believe in you, though.
Easy. We just have Billy hold it stable.
That's not how that works. That's not how any of that works.
I try to stealthily erase it from the whiteboard.
We're not even in the same vehicle. I don't even know that you wrote it on the whiteboard.
Right on the whiteboard because the whiteboard's in the other van.
Are we both in the same van?
No, nope. Yeah, we're
All right.
we're both in the van without the whiteboard. Never mind.
I love that you attempted to use Billy and stable in the same sentence.
You are right.
Then how about this? Gertrude, can you call in a favor to Nick?
I can try.
And see if he can maybe lax a checkpoint for us?
The other backup would be to hit 2 different checkpoints, so we're not going through the same one together.
But if
You really trust me with getting there. Okay.
Or we
You're
have
very good with people, and you are driving essentially an ambulance coming out of the CZ that's not affiliated. How do you think I get through those checkpoints?
Bless you. You're right. You know what? I'm not worried about me. You worry about you. I'm just going to go.
Is it also possible to have you take Darcy, Gertie, you take Darcy off-roading, and then we drive this one through the checkpoints that Nick kind of helps on?
I don't think she wants Agent Orange in the backseat of Darcy.
No. If we're laxing the checkpoints, then it doesn't matter which van it's in, right?
Yeah, if we can get a checkpoint relaxed, then we'll just take both of them through the same one and not have to worry about it.
Gotcha. But if we can't, you can take Darcy off-road because then we don't have to worry about the chemical spilling, and we can drive this one through. And maybe, I don't know. Okay, Allerton, I can hear Allerton shaking his head.
Oh yeah. Like,
Never mind. I don't know
No,
anything.
I'm not worried about Darcy off-roading. She should be
Right.
fine.
but do you want Agent? Yeah. Do you want chemicals in the backseat of Darcy?
We're not. It won't fit in Darcy. Wasn't that the whole deal?
Yeah, that was the whole point. Yeah. So I will give Nick Ryder a call, or I will attempt to. He's probably awake.
Send him a martini emoji.
Just says, "Hey Nick, you up?"
It goes to voicemail.
You up?
Martini glass.
I'll leave him a voicemail that we are trying to get out of the CZ on a charity run, and would be great if he could call in somebody. If he could let me know who's the laxest guy for checkpoints. That wasn't a great way to say that, but
Make a negotiation test.
negotiation. There we go.
Okay.
Not bad for me.
I feel pretty good about that too.
Ooh.
I love the for me at the end of it. Not bad for me.
Look, I have a charisma of 2.
Oh. Well, you play are so much more charismatic.
I agree.
So you're sort of driving around. You're sort of looking for a checkpoint, and the text comes back about 15 minutes later. Yeah, here's a checkpoint for you. Tell him tell Stan I sent you on a milk run.
Okay, got it. Thanks. Oh, you.
We got like 500 liters of milk. Got it.
And I'll send the message
Arden,
over
how
to.
about you don't pipe in, just for a little bit.
I'll have Luna send the coordinates over to KO of the checkpoint that we're going to go through.
Yeah, fully know how to do that.
So
Yep.
let's go ahead and have each driver make a pilot groundcraft test.
Ah, yes! Yes!
Very good. And you get to
Empress
keep
of
all 4
trust.
hits. The Darcy's handling is 4.
Relieved. I'm so relieved. Darcy's handling is 4.
The piece of junk
Yeah, I was going to say.
bulldog, however, it is 2 right now.
Okay.
It does seem. I mean, it handles much more sluggishly than Darcy does. Perhaps more so because maybe one of the many bullet holes might be in part of the steering linkage or something.
There was not time to do a full overview.
It's holding together for now. And so you drive up to the checkpoint, and we'll see next time how they do at the checkpoint, because we're at the 10 o'clock hour. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see next time how our runners make it through the Lone Star checkpoints on the way out of the CZ. Thank you to everybody who's joined us. Thank you to our lovely players, and thank you to Tom for doing tech. Have a good night.
Thank you, Bob.
Hi, everybody.